Well, good afternoon, everyone. Wabish Kiniw, thank you for giving me the opportunity, of course, of patching into you today for MTN Live. This is great that we're moving forward on many things, and this is perfect on a Friday afternoon. What better can we do to be able to work on a lot of the updates, talk about the updates, talk about all that great work that we're doing within the government of First Nations and Treaty 2 territory. And it's amazing what is happening. With that, we do have a special guest today. So I'd like to patch her in. We got Marlene Davis. She's our of course, she's been working on with many hats. Your latest role, of course, Marlene.
Helping with the nation economic development. However, I've been helping with communications and Moccasin Trail News and our MTN Live platform.
Excellent, Marlene. And I think it's fair to say that we've been very, very, very busy with our government, our territory, and our nation. Give us a quick synopsis of what type of work that has been done lately.
All right. Well, we've been very busy with this platform, MTN Live. It's our official news portal for the territory. So Moccasin Trail News is available online. Our newspaper, many of our citizens have seen it. Our one of our keepers, Scotty Linksley, is very good in getting out to the nations to deliver it. So we have two editions for August. They came out on August 1st. Hot off the press. So we have two editions. Our first edition is our regular edition, which covers all of the amazing things happening in our nations, right from covering some of our powwows, covering information on different events and ceremonies taking place in the nations, treaty days. It also features some of our amazing citizens in the territories. I know this edition right now we have our citizen spotlight, which is Joseph Loviser from Ebb and Flow. Joe's a powwow dancer. He's a radio DJ. He's famous on TikTok. He also does the Red River Jig. Built his own little tiny home within 2 months with his own two hands. So amazing story there. We also just did another story last night on little Travis Catchway from Skownan. Travis, he's an elite hockey and baseball player, and he went out just last week and hunted and harvested his first bison. So not only is he incredible in the arena, but he's also taking up a journey out on the land, and I think that's incredible. So we featured him in a story last night. But it's those kinds of things you see in our Moccasin Trail News newspaper. We have some stories in there on the amazing work being done in our nations with Treaty Day celebrations. Minagazibi had 2 weeks of jam-packed schedules for their treaty days. We've been out to in the territory as well, to Fisher River, to Peguis, and just covering all the amazing things that are happening. Lake Manitoba, their Jordan's principal, recently honored all of their staff for working throughout the pandemic with Star Blankets. We covered that story and just different things. There's so much progress happening in all of our nations, just in terms of advancement, economic development, and we try and cover all of those amazing stories. And then there's so much happening. We have coming up. We have our youth Treaty 2 summer games happening in Ebb and Flow next week on August 9th and 10th. The committee in Ebb and Flow has been very very committed in helping plan that. They're very active in getting the location ready, the beach here in Ebb and Flow, Kakakwikijon. And then we have our Grand Council coming up the 23rd and 24th, and we'll be here in Ebb and Flow powwow that's taking place here in the Treaty Days. We're also going to try and get out to Lake St. Martin for their powwow. Kesey's having their Treaty Days coming up. And then this weekend and next weekend, Ochichak and Skownan. There's just so much going on. We've been invited to help cover some of the golf tournaments going on. And there's just so much going on. And we're going to try and take in a little bit everywhere we can.
Wow, that's amazing stuff, Marlene, and so exciting what's happening in the territory. And of course, what's happening with MTN Live and Moccasin Trail News. As Marlene mentioned, we have some great coverage going on. We have a dual edition this month. We have the special edition, which is, of course, what we're doing in the Grand Council, beautiful work. And then, of course, our local edition. We are launching as of this month, the 1st and the 15th of every month now. We are going with 2 publications, 2 prints, as well as we're on every day in regards to focusing on the live edition of MTN Live. Your role, of course, in nation and economic development, but you've been very focused on MTN Live, getting the corporation up and going. Tell us a bit about what you see in the future of MTN Live and the way we are getting the news out.
MTN, the Moccasin Trail newspaper, has been around for a while. And, with everything that's happened with the pandemic, COVID pandemic over the last couple of years, we weren't really able to get out to the nations to deliver the newspaper, just with everyone being, all the nations wanting to be safe. So we had to turn online for a lot of the engagement, a lot of the conversations and sharing of information. And like I said, we are the official news portal of the territory. So jumping online and getting as much information out there as we could was so important. And that's our connection. It's our vehicle to drive information out to the nations and bring information back, because we're a government, a grassroots government, right? And we're by the people, for the people. So it's important that communication is happening both ways. Going forward, I definitely see MTN Live as is more than more than just a website, more than social media, but we want to get out and do more coverage. We want to be live on location at events happening in our nations. We want to feature as many of our citizens as we can, and just have them involved. We want to incorporate some involvements from some of our businesses. We have tons of economic development happening in our nations, and we want to give them a chance to get their names and their business information out there, just so that we can help boost their revenue. And we want to be supportive in that way. So MTN Live is growing right now. It's pretty much looked after by a couple people, but I can see growing into we see radio stations and TV broadcasters out there that have staff of 30-40 people. I don't know if we'll ever get that big, but I definitely see our team a team growing into a dozen people. There's so much involved, and we have so many amazing things going on throughout the territory, not just in 12 nations involved with our government, but in other capacities as well. So we need to be out there and covering those stories and letting everyone know what's going on in our territory.
Right on. Well, I tell you, that's exciting news. We got a lot of coverage going on right now, and in all facets, of course. All our keepers and helpers also contribute to the blogging. They blog every week. We hope to get blogs out of our bundles. Usually we give them until Friday to do that. But in the meantime, we have a ton of work that's being done in each bundle. One of the areas I do want to talk about is the law making and the law development. And as per our website, of course, you can click on to FNT2T all throughout our our Facebook as well as our mainstream media on our websites. We could connect to register, of course, the Grand Council. You talked about the Grand Council. You talked about some of the areas in the Grand Council. And in this edition, you can go through the entire Nakadaway Win, which is our first constitution, our first law. It's a reclaiming of law. We're not starting anything new. We're just reclaiming through the written text. Part of your travels, Marlene, what is people talking about the laws throughout the territory, and how excited are the people about the laws that they have a chance to actually be part of, to make history? This year is the transformation and the reclamation of the government after 4 years as a interim provisional government. We hope that the people vote that it's going to be a fully enforced government of the territory. That means that we're out of the municipal acts. That means that we're out of the Indian Act. That also means that we're not going through with Canada's plan on colonialism. We're Anishinaabeizing and Creeizing our own way. What are people saying out there, Marlene?
Well, I've been very fortunate over the past year and a half to be part of several engagements. Just doing the technical work for some of the engagements. I've been involved with the CFN, the Minoambigia law, right from the beginning stages to where it's at now, and it's always been enjoyable to involve the people. Hearing their concerns, hearing their ideas, and just taking the information in that they provide and working it into the law. Some of their experiences, their testimonials have helped build those laws. So I was also involved with the peacemaking law, our framework. And most recently, just a couple nights ago, I helped host the sports and recreation engagement where we had quite a few people join, right from little ones to some of our elders and everyone in between. And it's just amazing to hear the input that our people bring to the table. They're the ones living here in our nations. They're the ones experiencing life in the nations. So, a lot of our staff live in the nations as well. Most of our keepers and helpers do, but we want to hear from our citizens, and that's exactly what these engagements do. So it sounds it's very exciting. I know a lot of people have expressed interest and want to come out to the Grand Council. So all the information is available online, and once you register, you'll get your package, and we definitely want to have more of those discussions. We have more laws yet to be made, and like you said, Bo, we're not reinventing, we're not inventing anything. These are all laws, natural laws, and inherent laws that our people had in place for many years until things like the Indian Act came and disrupted that and changed things for and it ended up taking so much away in terms of voices and power from our people. So I'm glad that we're giving that back to citizens in our nations, and they are, they're instrumental in bringing these to light and putting them on paper and giving our path forward some solidification, because our people were voiceless for many years, and we're giving them that opportunity to speak up now and have that power. So it's exciting. Some of the work that we're doing is it can be it brings up trauma and it brings up past experiences, but we're working through that. And it's exciting work for the most part.
Well, that's awesome. And great job, Mark. for everything. And Phyllis Reset, of course, you're going to get a hat for asking a question today. I'd like to honor Phyllis. She's one of our keen supporters. She does such a wonderful job in her nation. The blanket exercise also, she picks berries with her husband. And it was great to see a little story on that you did, Marlene. We are looking at the grandmother um, uh, Ogama Akwe. We're looking at working hard to have a gathering as such. The member gathering is the Grand Council, 23rd, 24th in her great nation. And the hosts are unbelievable. The leaders have been very supportive in their government. Every nation that's part of our government, our territory, and the whole process is 12 nations right now. We have the original 9 Treaty 2 nations, and we have 3 that have joined us, and they've been in the territory way before treaty. Mikas says it in the treaty, but the treaty just recognizes that the Anishinaabe and Cree people of the territory had jurisdiction way before Canada even showed up. And one of the next steps we're doing right now with Canada, of course, and we're having a bit of a turbulency with them because they don't understand that we're beyond just beings that don't understand their process and their government. We have our own government in place. We've had our own government for 10,000 years, and Canada has only had a government for less than 160 years, and they should be learning from us. We have a tremendous development in our overall Nakadaway win, and it states it in our Nakadaway win how our overview is with our 4 bundles. And I think with the legislative bundle, we're hearing it 23rd, 24th in ebb and flow in Kakiwakajan. And we're hoping that we can focus on law development. Our government, of course, is new, reclaimed government of the recent. I know there's a lot of talk about there. Oh, we should be doing this. Oh, we should be doing that. Our work plan for the last 5 years has been law development and law development only. That's all we've been asked to do and developed. We've done a lot of resolutions to prepare for those laws and get ready for those laws. But going into the Grand Council gives us the ability now to have the people speak. One of the questions, and what are your thoughts on this, is one of the questions is going to be, and it's in the Nakadaway win, is how do we select our Ogichita or the Ogichita right now? Of course, he's doing a wonderful job. Ogichita Cornell McLean and the Ogamas are doing a tremendous job. They all have Niganin portfolios. That's how we govern through the portfolio system as well as through executive council. The executive council looks after the overarching sovereign administration. They don't get involved with the day-to-day. They don't select in HR. They let the HR professionals worry about that in the administration. We don't involve the political avenue with administration. However, political relations, though, is going to be key. The question is, how do we get the people more involved at the Grand Council, Marlene? And what are your thoughts on that?
Well, definitely we've been doing a lot of promotion to get the information out there, trying to get as many citizens as we can from the territory to come out to Ebb and Flow, to Kakakujang. We're hosting at the complex there. But to, definitely to register, get your package, have those discussions with your family, with your clan. And, going forward, it's all of the laws that have been created. It'll be up to the nations. Each nation is we're hoping and looking, and we're here to support them as they develop their own constitution and their own laws. And our support system here at Treaty 2 and the laws that we have here are available for them, definitely to to adopt and meet and ratify on in their own nations. But we'd like our citizens to come out, get involved at the Grand Council. Different laws are going to be discussed, and we're going to break out into different sessions. And we just want our citizens to come out, get involved, whether you've been involved in the engagement process from the beginning, or whether you're new to this. Just come on out, get involved. It's important. And like I said, we are a government, by the people, for the people. And that is exactly what we're doing by moving away from the Indian Act, is giving that power back to those voices, back to our people. So it'll be very interesting, the 23rd and the 24th, and here in Ebb and Flow. And I really encourage as many citizens from the nations, bring your sisters, your brothers, your aunties, uncles, bring the kukums and the shums out, because this affects everyone, and we definitely want their participation, their engagement at the table with us. So we're encouraging as many people as we can to come out and get involved.
Well, that's exciting news. So Phyllis Miigwech and Naskamin for asking that question. What we'll do is we'll quickly show, of course, this is the website. This website, you'll be able to register at any time online. It says register now. But also I want to kind of go back to what the website shows, and that also to get to the website. So of course, to get to the website, you need to go on home, which is FNT2T.com. FNT2T.com will get you to all the information that's going on. Also, forms are going to be sent to every nation. They'll be made available at some of the areas. Of course, we'll try to get some forms over to the community complex for the local nation members to fill out. Also, in the newspapers, we do have, all you have to do is actually scan this link, put your phone up against it, and bang, it goes right to the website. It'll go right to the registration page, and that will give you a chance to register. But going on our website itself, fn2t2.com, right on the right-hand side, the column shows you exactly how to register. Click on that link and, of course, register now. And that gets you right to the website. This is exciting times. The website is just amazing. You can find out more about the Anuktitut, of course. That's your constitution, your law, your first law. And these laws are out of the realm of what Canada is doing, and what Canada is colonizing us and continuing to colonize ourselves. We are Anishinaabemizing ourselves through our own lawmaking, our own written lawmaking. This is amazing stuff. We're just scribers. We're keepers and helpers of the territory, government, and nation, and we just scribe for you. This is done by the councils. The councils go back to their nations. They connect. They bring everything back to us, and we help scribe. We listen. We had a Knowledge Council meeting the other day, Wednesday. It's just amazing how all the members of the nations get together. We were talking about it on the land, Vermilion Park, right where Mikas had a lot of his dealings and relations for 100 years before treaty was even made. So get registered today if you can. Get online, click on there, register with the form online or the PDF online, and that will give you a chance to get into of course, the Governing Council. The Governing Council is an exciting time. It's going to be the agenda is amazing agenda right now. We have an agenda that's going to have chance to have 3 readings. There's going to be a break off, of course, into those readings, into the laws. We have 5 new laws that are being presented, and you can see them now. We've given a chance for you to be engaged in the laws. You can click on the Grand Council. You can click on each link of the laws. That gives you a chance to see exactly what kind of lawmaking is happening with you and for you. And I definitely recommend you get over to the Grand Council. You want to know what's going on instead of going online and just checking us out? Come to the council. This is exciting times for you. Of course, our lateral kindness policy is in place. We are going to safe house everyone. Everyone is safe, whether it's online or in person. Everyone must be safe. Everyone has an opinion and a voice, which is great, but we must adhere by the safety of everyone involved. And I think all of us have been doing a tremendous job. Your last thoughts, Marlene? Where are we going from here?
Well, just in terms of, Phyllis had some questions there, but everything is available on our MTN Live Facebook page, as well as our Treaty 2 Facebook page. So if you go on that page, you'll find all the links there to get you the information that you need. It'll take you right to our Grand Council page. But going forward, it's like you've said, it's an exciting time. The next few weeks are very busy for us with our summer games, getting out to the nations to help celebrate their treaty days, and then coming back for the couple days here in Edmonton for the Grand Council. And it's just, we're gonna see things happen as a result of the Grand Council, because we all know that it's the opinions and the advice and the direction, the guidance of our people. The people are the Grand Council, so we need you there, and you'll help identify our path going forward. We as a government, we definitely have a strategic plan in place. However, we need your guidance with that. So like Bo mentioned, it's an exciting time. There's so much happening going forward, and probably the most the most promising, the most inspiring thing is that we are working really hard to reclaim our inherent rights as Anishinaabe people. And we've had so much taken from us, and we happened to be invited to a flag raising ceremony last week at the International Peace Gardens, and we raised our Treaty 2 flag there as part of our connection with, we're located just north of North Dakota, north of the Medicine Line, and we heard and met with some of the representatives from the tribes down there. There's 5 tribes in North Dakota, and they experience a lot of what we do. They had so much taken from them, like we had. We raised our flag along Standing Rock Sioux tribe, and they're very inspired by the work that we're doing in terms of reclaiming our inherent rights. We are sovereign. We've always been sovereign, and it's time that we exercise that and let Canada know that they're visitors to our territory, and we're going to continue to hunt and fish and reclaim the jurisdiction over our children so that they can come home, help our young men and our young women heal, that are part of the right now they're part of the provincial justice system, and it's not working. Our jails continue to be full of young men and young women, so we need to bring back some of the ways that our ancestors followed, and bring those back to our nations to help heal our people, and so that we can continue on a path forward and be the strong people that we once were. And we're reclaiming that, and we're on our way to bigger and better things. So it's very exciting, and it's just it's power to the people, and that's probably what's most exciting about it.
That's awesome, Miigwech and Anaskamin, of course, Marlene, for giving us those updates. You saw the stories online. FNT2T.com gives you some stories. Also, the MoccasинTrailNews.com is the storyteller, of course, for all information in our territory. It talks about, again, what's happening as a government, but specifically as a territory in itself. MTN Live, as well as Moccasin Trail News in newsprint and video now, and of course online publications. Excellent avenue, excellent information. But there's one more exciting thing that's happening. We are launching something that's going to be able to be in your hands, in the members' hands. I know we're such a great giveaway government, but there's something else that's being launched through MTN Live. And what is that, Marlene? We're going to be able to have a front to something right now.
Pardon?
The storefront?
Oh yes. Oh, that's probably the most exciting, the most exciting thing I've heard in weeks. You know, we're gifters here at Treaty 2 Territory, and we try to go out to as many events as we can to gift our citizens with, you know, very often at powwows, at school gatherings, I see hoodies and t-shirts, Treaty 2 Territory, and I'm wearing one right now. It's one of our most popular logos, but our citizens are proud to wear, you know, branding and clothing that represent where they're from. And we often have limited supply when we go out, and then we have people asking, where can I buy one of those? Where can I buy a flag? We have our beautiful red flag that honors our missing and murdered women. We get asked often, where can I buy a flag like that? You know, the hoodies, the t-shirts. So we're going to be launching our own store. We're going to have several different types of merchandise available, and we'll have that up and launched on our MTN live.ca in the next week or so. So that's exciting because, like I said, we just got some hats done up a couple weeks ago, and they're quite popular already. Scotty took some out to a couple events, and we're going to have those available on our store, as well as a variety of different things. So it's you know, we're proud of our government, we're proud of our people, we're proud of our branding. So you'll be able to pick up some of the merchandise and wear it proudly as you go out to your events.
That's exciting, and we've never had that opportunity. I know when we started as a government, we attempted to do a storefront, but now MTN Live, its own Inc. Corporation through Anish Inc. Laws, as well as Canada's laws, which our laws supersede, but we wanted to make sure that we had that ability to have such a store like that. With that, Marlene, miigwech, and thank you very much for your time and your work that you've been given to the nation, your nation, as well as your territory and your government. With that, Keach miigwech, Nanas Kamen, and have a great day. You're going to be in OCC, or somebody's in OCC this weekend?
Yes, we'll be there.
Okay, right on.
Yep.
With that,
have a good day, everybody.
Thank you. Well, there you have it, folks. Wabasha Kiniw Dagashindistakos, Kubrakovich, of course. We've been working hard to bringing out the positive things in life and what's happening in our territory. And we're going to stay positive no matter how many knives, daggers, and times we have to bring out our moccasins to make sure that everyone's walking with us. We also have our sinew and moss bag there for protection, and we do our best, and we'll continue to do our best. I've been at this now as a lead keeper for 8 years, and about 22 years with the territory, and a lot of the work that has been done with Rory Huclocks, James Pluak, Dwayne Blackbird, Ogama Bone, all the Ogamas, of course. We'll get you to McLean, we'll get you to Eastman, we'll get you to Bone. Those are the three Ogichitas that have been since the reclamation of our government in 2015. So it's been exciting times, and we are moving forward. We are wanting you to help as well. 50% of the government is to make sure that you are involved. The other 50% is your government is working hard for you. And the other 50% in the territory is yourselves, and the 50% is the protection of it, to make sure the territory is protected and the nation itself. So that means that 100% of your time is needed when it comes to nation, territory, and government in our territory. With that, Kichi Miigwech, Nanaskamin, Ekosani, and thank you very much and have a wonderful weekend. I hope you enjoy yourself with your family. Take your time to go out and have well-being, wellness for yourself. Enjoy a baseball game. Enjoy a powwow. We have a couple powwows tonight, of course. I'll be attending Broken Head tonight, and then I'll be going to Ochichak tomorrow. Ochichak starts tonight, so it's exciting times for everyone. This is exciting to get involved today with yourselves. When you say who is Treaty 2, that is you. You are Treaty 2 if you are a member within our nation. Egosani, Miigwech, Nanaskamin. Ho ho!